28,000 kilometers. He was the second most traveled person, if you want to call Guru Sahib a person, second most traveled person in the world. He went, in 24 years, did 5 Udasyas, went all the way from India to Sri Lanka to Tibet, Russia, the Arab world, and Eastern Africa. And just to put that into context, here's a map. So this is obviously old India, where Pakistan hadn't, or isn't around now. It wasn't around then, but it is now. So this is old India. So you can see he went all the way down to South India, to Sri Lanka, at the top Tibet, Iran, Arabia, and even into Eastern Africa as well. And as Vijay was just saying, he even went to places like Mecca, and we'll go through those Sakya. So we're going to start in Talwandi, because that's where Guru Sahib was born. And now there's Nanak Sahib Gurdwara Sahib, which is where Guru Sahib was born, and that's currently in Pakistan. So the first Sakhi I want to go through is the Janeo Sakhi. So at the age of 9, Guru Sahib was given the opportunity, or his father, Mehta Kaur ji, was asked Guru Sahib that we're going to do the Janeo ceremony now for you. At the age of 9, there's different castes in India, and still some people follow this, where at the certain ages, they go to the Panditji and they get a Janeo, a thread put on them. So Guru Sahib was sitting and seeing all these preparations for this ceremony, and he had questions. So first he went to his sister and he says, Benji, why don't you have a Janeo? What is this Janeo? Why do I have to wear it? And his sister didn't have answers. She said, I don't know, I've never worn one, I was never given one. Neither was my mom, neither was my grandma, neither was my dadi or nanny. But I know dad has one, why don't you go ask dad? So then Guru Sahib went to Pitaji and said, Pitaji, what is this Janeo? What is it? Why do I have to wear it? Why does Benji not have one? And Pitaji then said, Putter, I don't know. I know that I have one, my father had one, my grandfather had one, my great-grandfather had one. So that's why you're getting one. Because all the men in our family have had one. Guru Sahib wasn't satisfied. So then when it came to the ceremony, on the day, he said, Panditji, I really want to enjoy the ceremony. I really want to enjoy what you're about to give me. But first I have a few questions. Can I ask them? And Panditji said, I know you've been asking your dad these questions. I've come prepared. You want to know what the Janeo means. What is this thread? And Guru Sahib said, yes, please explain what this thread is. So then Panditji started, and he says, this is an initiation ritual. This is a sacred thread that symbolizes the transference of spiritual knowledge. It is given to men in the family from when they turn from a boy to a man. Then he continued to explain that in the Hindu Dharam, there's things called second and third births, and the Janeo is the second birth. At this point, there's a lot of people here. And they're kind of following, but he's going into a lot of depth. Now, depending on your age, as Panditji says, you get the Janeo at different ages. If you're Brahmin, you'll get it between the ages of 4 and 8. If you're a different caste, like you are, you'll get it between the ages of 9 and 11. And some castes, they aren't eligible. They're not allowed it. So Guru Sahib was thinking and listening. And then the Panditji continues. He says, Buddha, this is all in our Vedas. We don't question our spiritual texts, our spiritual scriptures. Whatever's written, we should just accept, and we shouldn't question them. We should just agree with it and follow it. Anyone who questions this, it says in our Vedas that they'll go to hell. And not only do they suffer, but also does all of their families and then the next 7 generations. So we don't question what is written. So then Guru Sahib said, okay. He listened. Then Panditji continued and said, this is no ordinary thread. This thread, it was spun and twisted by the Brahmins, by the high castes. It is 96 times the breadth of 4 fingers of a man. So it is long. It has 3 cords or 3 strings, and each of these represents the 3 Vedas, and then the 3 trinities of Brahman, Vishnu, and Shiva. The knot in the middle represents the formless Brahma. So Panditji is going into a lot of detail to explain this Janeo. And then he says, Putter, does this answer your questions? Is everything now clear? And Guru Sahib smiled and said, No, unfortunately not. I have a few more questions. Guru Sahib continued and said, Panditji, you explained that this Janeyo is amazing, that this has three threads, it has a knot, it's spun by the high caste. But why can't women wear it? Why can't my sister wear one? Panditji says, Putter, women can wear one, but they get it after marriage. Once they are married, their husband gets an extra Janeyo and they wear it for their wife, so their wife is protected. Guru Sahib sat there and thought, but Panditji, that isn't fair. Why can a man wear one from the ages of 4 or 8 or 9, but a woman can only get it once she's married? What happens if she dies before that? Is she not protected? Panditji didn't have a response. He just said, Buddha, this is written in our Vedas. We don't question our Vedas. We don't question our scriptures. We don't question our learnings. So Guru Sahib continued with his next question. He said, Panditji, I don't agree with what you just said. I don't agree with not questioning our Vedas, not questioning our authority, not questioning our teachings. If I want to fully understand it, if I want to fully learn and bring the teachings from the Vedas into my life, surely I need to question. Surely I need to ask questions and understand it fully and bring it into my life. Panditji didn't have an answer. He just said, Buddha, this is what it is. This is your scriptures, this is what you learn. This is how we are brought up. And then Guru Sahib turned around and said, Panditji, my Guru told me something different. My Guru told me that the Janeyo should not discriminate. It should be available for everyone. Not just for Hindus, but for Muslims, for Christians, for everyone in the whole world. It should be the same for all, male and female. It doesn't matter who you are, there should be one Janeyo. And then Guru Sahib told this Shabad. Daya kapa santog sat jatagundi satvat. E Janeyo jiyaka he na pande kat. He ta pande kat. Maharaj said, make compassion the cotton, contentment the thread, modesty the knot, and truth the twist. So the Pandit went through and he talked about that the Janeyo was spun by Brahmins, by high caste. But Maharaj says, no, I want one where the cotton is the compassion. That's the first ingredient I want in my life. I want to wear a Janeyo where I can go out and I can love everyone. I want compassion in my life. Then tell me that the thread is contentment. That I am happy with what Maharaj gives me, I'm happy with what I have. I'm not going to go out and wanting more and more things. I want modesty the knot. And truth the twist. If you can give me this sacred thread, if you can give me this one, then I'll wear it. But this Janeyo that you are wanting to give me, it will get dirty. It will break. And Gurbani continues, Na e tute na malalage, na e jile na jai. It does not break, it cannot be soiled by filth, it cannot be burnt or lost. So Maharaj is saying, this is Janeyo that you were giving me, Panditji, it will break. If I have a shower, it will get wet, it will get thin. But this Janeyo that my Guru is telling me about, this Janeyo that has no discrimination, this cannot burn, this cannot get filthy, this cannot die or get dirty or get lost. So give me that one that I can wear forever. Give me that one that I can implement into my life. So Guru Sahib at the age of 9 didn't just accept the status quo. He questioned and he asked questions. And this is the beauty of Gurbani. We can come to Maharaj any time, any day, whenever we've got a question, and we can question Maharaj. We can say, Maharaj, help me out. I have this question. I'm not sure on this. So in this one, part of Guru Sahib's life, he's taught us so much. He's taught us about equality. That this Janeyo, he's used as an example, but wider than that, he's talked about equality, that if a female can't do something, why should a male? There should be equality in our lives. That the whole human race is one. It is not enough just to be a Brahmin or a Hindu or a Sikh or a Christian. Actually, you need to be a good person. You need to have compassion, contentment, modesty, truth in your life. need to have these values on top of following Maharaj and falling in love with Maharaj. And Maharaj talks about how to live our lives, how to bring something into our lives. And then Maharaj grows older. At the age of 18, his father, Mehta Kaluji, wasn't quite happy with Maharaj, wasn't quite happy with Guru Sahib, because he wasn't interested in farming or worldly work or anything. So Pitaji decided to try something else with Guru Sahib. Pitaji said to Guru Sahib, I'm going to give you 20 rupees. I want you to go to the nearest town or go to the next village and buy something that we can then sell for profit. Buy something that's worth selling and then we can make a profit. If you do well, next time I'll give you more. So Pitaji was testing Guru Sahib as a father would test his son. So Guru Sahib and Bhai Mardana Ji started walking towards Dalwandi. They got about 10 miles down the road and they came across a village. And in this village, they saw people were starving and thirsty and they were sick. They had nothing, hardly any clothes, hardly any food, hardly any water. So Guru Sahib turned to Bhai Mardana Ji and said, you know what, Pitaji told us to make sure we do a good deed. Make sure that we do something that will make a profit. What better profit is there than feeding these people, than clothing these people? There is nothing better than that. So Guru Sahib and Bhai Mardana Ji went to the next village to Dalwandi where they were going. They picked up food and clothes and water and gave it to this village that they'd just seen. This village that had nothing. Once they'd given it to this village, they left back for home empty-handed. Now, because Pitaji asked them to bring something back for a profit, Pitaji got really angry when he wasn't very happy when they reached home. Pitaji was like, I gave you 20 rupees to bring something back so we can make a profit. So Guruji sat down and said, Pitaji, I haven't done anything wrong. The money you gave me, you said to get a bargain. But I got the true bargain. I got a Sajja Soda, and this is what the Saki is called, Sajja Soda. I did the true bargain, and I fed these individuals. I helped these individuals when they needed it the most. There is no better bargain than that. In this world, most of us probably go to school or work or have some kind of financial income. In this world, Maya and finance will give us our status, our nobility, just like what Pita Kaluji was thinking. You know, making a profit through Maya, through money, will give me status, or give me nobility, or give me rank. But Guru Sahib taught us that actually a better way to get that status and that nobility and that rank is through doing good deeds, is through doing this Sajja Soda, this true bargain. Because if we do things with compassion, with kindness, with seva, that stays with us for longer. Money comes and goes. And then we move on to Sultanpur. So in Sultanpur, Guru Sahib went to go stay with his sister. And while he was in Nawab state, he was given a job at a granary, and he was basically told to count and keep the books for the granary.